I actually do not know how do I get my willpower or get my strength like that from like that when I was young like that. Because at the moment like that, when I was growing up, I was really everywhere emotionally, everything like that. Honestly, um, I was afraid to talk to girls. I was short. I got bullied when I was young. I ain't even I did not have that many friends at all at that time of that. The only thing I had was my toys and my video games and my art, my drawing at the time. I had a wild ass my imagination when I was growing up, and yeah, it was wild at that. Like pretending to be in a dystopia world and escaping to that dystopia world and try to be a hero of my own world. Um, it was kind of like a bleak childhood to a point of that. Um, my father was not around at all at that time of that, and I respect that. I understand like that. I was a child. I ain't even know at all, so people would try to blame me or blame him for his actions, but he wasn't there. Now, the one thing I say this, I had a temper. I had a bad, nasty damn temper, and the reason why I said that, like how everybody blamed my father, they perceived that of my temper. I guess that's the right word to say it. Now, what I mean by that is that whatever I did or in my own actions as a child or as a preteen or whatever like that when I was growing up, that blame would be shifted to my father. I did not see my father to the age of 16, right around the time when my cousin passed away. Um, it was one of those things where it was though like I'm like, why do I get blamed for somebody for something that nobody for that person's actions? That's the thing. And I was only a child. What the fuck? Um, it was one of those things where it's though like I got blamed for it, and then I tried to do better. I tried to make better. I tried to be better. But when I was trying to be near perfect, it wasn't enough. And I guess that was my main issue right there when it comes to like today right now. And I had to I'm breaking that cycle right now as well too. Um, when it came to me growing up in a toxic household like that, like I only kept to myself. I went outside, did we didn't have no cell phones at that time when I was growing up. YouTube was still growing. Google was still young. We had Black Planet, MySpace, Facebook wasn't even a thing, and all Amazon Prime. Like none of the stuff that we have right now wasn't around at that time when I was growing up. The only thing we had was early morning cartoons. Um, we ain't had no cable, and again, I got blamed for that as well too. Um, what else? We ain't had that many things at all. That was like streaming basic like that right now, like what we have right now. Now, when I was growing up like that, I was like, I had trouble talking to women like that. Well, yeah, females at the time like that. And like I was in my own shell. I was skinny. I was mentally. I was afraid of that. I was stuttering. I still have a stuttering problem like that. I still have a. I talk fast when I get over excited or have anxiety. I still have that as well too. When I was young, um, yeah, I have many of those things as well too right now. Okay, but I'm in control. Back then, I wasn't in control of myself when it comes to my anxiety. I mean, now all my stuttering and my talking fast as well too. Now due to the fact that like I had to find my own way was I had to leave the house. I left the house when I was 20, yeah, when I turned 21. Now my mother, she said to tell me that you got two choices. Either you come down there to Baltimore with us, or you fend for yourself in Detroit, Michigan. I did not have no footing at all. I ain't had no stable household. I ain't had nothing at all. I ain't had no job at all during that time. And this was 2006 going 2007. Now, between those 2 years of that, Detroit was in a recession. And the recession hit Detroit very hard at that time. And I couldn't do nothing like that at all. Even though I did not want to leave, but I had to leave. And don't get me wrong, my friends right now, my brothers right now, back then and now, they would help me out, but they going through that. They was going through that thing. They was going through. They was trying to find their spot in their own lives. So I'm just not trying to be a burden on anybody. But that willpower within me told me that you need this. You need to do this right here. This is what you need to do to show yourself that you could do better without everybody else's help. And you know, I was like, all right, then let's go ahead and do it. My first job down there in Baltimore, Maryland was I was a housekeeper. Um, then like when it came to that, I was yeah, I was a housekeeper for 12 years. I was a housekeeper for 12 years, and trust me, believe me like that. I ain't know nothing about no bills, no get my own place, this and that third. Now, at that time, it was like, okay, I'm in a new city. I don't know nothing about Baltimore at all or anything that sort of meaning like that at all. Now, the thing about is like I was at work at this time. It was a story right there. I was at work at this time, and the thing about is like, you know, something happened with my sister. Now I'm not going to say much at all at that because it really hurt me bad. It really did hurt me bad at that time. Um, Something happened with her, and I was getting called some people from Detroit, Michigan to take care of some things. Okay, the police was involved. They ain't care at all. My mom couldn't tell me. My sister couldn't tell me at all, and I feel so like I was blacklisted out the side of family. And I was supposed to, and I'm like this, like I'm supposed to be the brother like that, the elder brother like that for my two siblings. But at the same time, they ain't want nothing bad happen to me, but something bad happened to her. And for a long time, I feel responsible of not being there for my sibling. Okay, at that moment, I was like, I need to help out. But however, though, as I look back right now, I wanted to help out. You know, and at that time, during that time, I was forced to find find my own place because my family moved out that household, out that apartment complex, and they had to move out there to another county, and I had to fend for myself like that, and it kind of hurt me bad like that to a point. But unfortunate enough, life happens. It's the thing. Things change and life happens, and we had to accept that. I had to accept that. It was kind of fucked up though, but at the same time, we lost contact and then some. And I take part of the responsibility of the fact that like I barely like talk to people like that or call anybody at all, family members or friends as well like that. I'll be busy like that. That's me. Okay, I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing my YouTube, whatnot like that. But that's besides. I digress. Now, due to the fact that like um, I went ahead trying to find my own place in life like that at that time, at the moment when I was in my 20s or that. Um, And it was like I had inner demons to fight. And again, my temper as well too. I had a nasty temper. Something that was eating inside of me, eating me up inside, and corrupting me pretty much. And I had to understand what was wrong. Now, due to the fact that, like, I was on my own, I was basically need to be alone. That's what it is. I was still learning. I was still learning how to take care of myself. I was still learning how to be on my own. I learned how to take care of my bills as well too, and get my own place, which I did. I took care of my own place. I did everything as an adult, as a young adult at that. But some people, some people couldn't accept that at all. They things are like, oh, why'd you leave? Why this? Why that? It's called life. Life did not give me no gratitude. It just gonna be like, keep on going, keep on pushing like that. If I had not did that, life would have just like rolled me instead of me riding life. Okay. And I tell people, and I say this, and I get sometimes jealous of how people um like live life like, okay, I could do whatever I want to do and then some. And I look at them like, man, you have it easy like that. Some people, not all people, you have it easy. I ain't have it easy. I just had to become who I am today. You know, um, most time like that, we want the things in life, but we can't get them like that. I can't get what I want like that in life like that. You know, at the same time, I had to understand that. I had to accept the fact that, like, this is the way this is the way how things are. Sometimes most people are not like that. Okay, it's just like they keep on forcing things that's not that can't be there. Trying to establish relationships, trying to reestablish connections like that, it ain't gonna happen. My life cannot evolve around everybody else's life. You know, and that's one of the things that I have to accept of that. They think it's like, oh, I'm the same Lewis, I'm the same Justin like that. Yeah, that's my middle name, Justin. But the problem is though, is like I had to like understand that that's their life. I had to still find myself out when I was young. I'm still finding myself. And I'm not complaining, I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. That's truth. That's the utmost damn truth of the fact that, like, you know, life does not give you no breaks. And I had to learn that the second and third time. That's the thing. As a child, like, my father was not around. I grew up in a single mother household. I cried a lot when I was growing up. I was told to, like, stop wipe down those tears. Stop crying like that. Wipe those tears away like that. You're a grown man. Don't tell that to a boy that needs a father like that. You don't do that shit to nobody. Think about it, I had the choice, either I basically just go ahead, do whatever the fuck that I want to do, unquote and unquote, be the hoodlum that I could be on the streets of Detroit, or buckle down and be smart about it like that, and learn that I have potential. And that's what I did. I buckled down and try to have potential. But the problem is though, it was distractions. It was anxiety. I was battling with it, and I didn't know I was depressed at that. Um, when I was young, I had I was so depressed at that, and this is before I left for Baltimore. Um, I actually wanted to take myself out. Three, three counts. this is a little bit difficult for me to talk about because, like, the thing about it is, like, most people think that, like, I'm acting out. I was on drugs. I was not on drugs. I was not on fentanyl or weed or whatnot like that. Yeah, I was smoking weed just calm my nerves down, but at the same time, I was not on drugs. I was going through a lot in my mind when I was young. People did not want to talk, did not want to listen. They want to listen to what the fuck they says on paperwork instead of talking to me as a person. So what I did was that I had to seek out help by going to church, going to group sessions. That's what I did. And what made me angry, and I remember this, what made me mad and angry was that I used to come home late, late nights like that. Maybe no, this is what 18 or 19 years old. I can't remember. Um, I was staying out. I'll just stay outside, going to my friends' houses, talking to people, talking to other adults like that about my issues about me like that. I was depressed. It was very difficult to process to what's wrong with me. Um, I was accused of like sleeping around with that on my own mother. She thought that I was sleeping around being a man. I was trying to seek help for myself. I was trying to find seek the fact that I was trying to find seek help due to the fact that like something was wrong with me. Okay, I couldn't get no information. I and during that time I had no health care at all. I didn't even know nothing about no health mental health at all. Nobody didn't tell me that at all. And then I was so damn afraid of speaking up at that it was so hard for me to speak up for myself at that I ain't had nothing like that. I had nobody to go to turn to, not even my mom. It was real difficult for me because like I wanted to go, I wanted to leave, I wanted to stop allowing the pain to let go of that. Um, it was very difficult for me as well too, like that, because due to the fact that like I ain't had nobody else like that. My father was not around. I couldn't even contact him, and you know I seeked help on my own. I did. I seeked help. I went to a church, went to group sessions, and I went to my friend's house, which was my brother's at that time. At the time, now like that, and that was my backbone. I ain't had no backbone down in in the household when I was living at. I wanted to leave like that. It was very very difficult for me, and talking about this is very difficult as well too about this. Because most people did not understand that what's wrong with him. He's okay. I was not okay. Why I was angry every day? Why I was not happy every day? Why is it that I couldn't seek peace within myself? It was very difficult for me when I was young. Okay, I wanted to move out. I like it was basically like when I was told of like leaving for Baltimore. I had a choice: either I stay up Detroit, Michigan, or this, or go down there with them in Baltimore. I left. I didn't want to leave. I had to leave like that because I didn't want to leave, but I had to though. I had to grow up and like don't get me wrong. That Detroit within me is going to be still there no matter what. But at the same time, I had to take care of my mental health of that. Nobody does not care of another man gone, especially a young black man at that time. Nobody did not care at all. And that's a shame. It's a real damn shame of the fact that like you want to seek help, but people does not give you the access of that. It was limited access, or they would gatekeep it. that would, or whatever like that. I don't know why. It was like, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. That's what I get that. Okay. People don't want to help nobody out. But when you ask for help, when something happens, that why come to the aid? Why not come to the aid and avoid that situation to where as though like you said there being a funeral and he said, oh, he was a good kid like that. That don't make no goddamn sense. I hate that shit. I don't like the fact that like you could have avoided all that. Make us if like help out a small issue, then turn to a big issue. I'm happy that I'm still here. I'm happy that I'm still here. I am. And again, it's very difficult just to talk about it like that because it's like people do not care about mental health at all because they think it's all like, oh, man's mental health is looked over, which it is of that. And the thing is though, like I'm hurting right now because like as I'll speak to you about this because due to the fact that like people, men, women, or anybody, they don't understand that like people what men like me go through every day, everyday basis. And I hate that shit. I really do. But I'm gonna speak about it like that because if nobody not talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it each and every day. One last thing I say this. Last thing I will say is that be there for those that you love so much. Okay, don't fake the fade. Okay, don't fake that nonsense. Be there for those. Okay, don't do that. Don't sit there and wait till the last minute like, oh, he like, oh, he was a good man. I don't know why he took his own life. No, don't do that. Don't do that at all. Okay, don't sit up there and fake the fade like that. Okay, don't sit up there and do that shit. I hate that. Every single time when somebody passes away like that, and then some you like, oh, like you weren't there like that. Oh, why you ain't call me? Check up on them. Check up on him. Do that. That's a first step. Please do. If y'all don't, I would. I will. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Man, woman, or young kid, I don't give a damn. The thing about it is like mental health is real, okay? And men's mental health needs to stop goddamn looked over all damn time. Peace and well love, everybody. Take care.